you should let it go and do your thing, and just understand that, like, this is a risk you're willing to take. You're willing to hook up and have flings and not be anything committed or serious right now. And if he comes back down the line, then that's good for you. But if he doesn't, he moves on to somebody else who wants a more serious relationship, that's great for him. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Nerdy Dating. I'm your host, Zakka. And what is Nerdy Dating? It is a relationship advice podcast from a viewpoint of a nerd. If you have friends, family members, somebody who has dating issues, needs somebody to answer a question, and they don't need from their friends, they don't need the advice from their family, they want it from a third-party person who will give it to them straight, send them my way. Put your question in the comment section below. Also, you can find the Nerdy Dating podcast on Instagram and TikTok at alizakkanerdydating. That's alizakkanerdydating. And I'll answer your question on the show. But let's go ahead and get into today's episode. It's going to be like a Reddit read episode because I don't have TikTok to react to. And there's not really anything in the social media world that's really blooming right now as far as dating, which is a good thing. So let's go ahead and get into Reddit on these Reddit reads. So this first question is, are guys serious when they say do better on Hinge than Tinder? So are guys serious when they say they do better on Hinge than Tinder? Let's see what he has to say here. I'm a guy and I do way better on Tinder than I do on Hinge. I match and also meet very attractive girls off Tinder. I rarely match with attractive girls on Hinge. Tinder is kind of pay to play. Like if I use Platinum, I can switch or swipe on 20 girls and match with 4 of them. I swipe selectively and don't swipe a lot, to be honest. That's what he wants us to believe. Free Tinder is still okay. I don't swipe much, just wait till the likes gather and then start swiping once or twice a week. On Hinge, I usually only match with girls I'm not really into. LOL. He put LOL in there. Yes, I use the paid version. I use the same pics on both apps. Also, Tinder girls are more laid back, in my opinion, and are less likely to ghost me after a first date / hookup. One thing I like about Hinge is it's easier to start a conversation on thanks to all the prompts. I'm just wondering, I see a lot of guys say they don't do good on Tinder but very well on Hinge. Are y'all paid by the company? No. I actually did way better on Hinge myself than Tinder. I wasn't paid by either one of them. I even used the paid subscription on both Hinge and Tinder. Just missed the words Hinder. Now, I would say this. Hinge, people are more likely to look for a date. They're more likely to look for something committed and something serious. If you're looking for a serious relationship, Hinge is the way to go because you got the prompts, because it takes so much to build an app. It takes so much to build all these questions and answer this stuff and, make sure your profile is curated so somebody can swipe on you and answer your profile, stuff like that. Versus Tinder, you can throw 5 pictures up and throw a sentence in your bio and your profile is pretty much done. You don't have to add anything else to your profile, but Hinge makes you create more stuff to add to your profile to make sure it's complete. So it's more effort. And when something calls more effort, it's going to be more likely you take it more serious. If you don't want to take it serious, you go to Tinder. Tinder is also known as the hookup app. That's what they're known as. Whether or not people are actually hooking up on Tinder or not, technically every dating app is a hookup app, but people's mindset thinks Tinder's more a hookup, so they're not going to take Tinder as seriously. Now, is that the brand Tinder wants? I don't know, but they're not gonna take Tinder as much seriously. So you're like, girls are more laid back on Tinder, yeah, because they're just there to have fun. They're there to not look for anything serious, more casual. So you're gonna find casual and hookups on Tinder. Versus Hinge, I gotta put more effort into this. I gotta make a bio. I gotta make 3 prompts. I got to put on pictures. I have to, state my age and state occupation I wanted to and what my degree is, and if I went to school, if I smoke, if I don't smoke, if I drink, if I do this, I do all this on this profile. So therefore, somebody look at your profile and be like, yeah, you smoke, I don't smoke, well, I'm not about that life. You have that your political party, well, I have my political party, I'm not about that life. People can look at your profile more on Hinge and be like, Don't want it. But Tinder, you don't need to put all that stuff in your bio. You don't, like, literally, you have that box to put in there, throw a sentence in there, here to have fun. 5 pictures and you're good. Heck, 1 picture and you're good. Hinge won't let you do that. Hinge actually makes you add more to your profile. Or it can constantly say your profile is incomplete and they just blur it at you. So that's why you have more success on Tinder, because you're not looking for anything serious. If you're looking for something serious, you have a more success rate on Hinge. That's why. So guys who said they have more success on Hinge, they're more likely looking for a serious partner, a serious person to date, whether it's long-term or, marriage. They're not just looking for hookups. Now, there are guys on Hinge looking for hookups. Yes, you'll find that. And there's guys who know that they set the profile a certain way, they'll get more matches and they will be able to get hookups. Yes, there are guys that do that. But majority of people who put the effort and time in, think about this: the more you invest into something, the less likely you're gonna throw it away and take it for granted. So there you go. That's why guys say they have more success on Hinge than they do Tinder. Next question. Girlfriend 21 didn't pay for my birthday dinner. Should I tell her I don't find it okay? And he's a male, 23. I've been with my girlfriend for about 4 months. Things seem to go pretty smoothly. I'm working quite a lot at a well-paid job, and she's still studying. I always pay for meals out or activities because, one, I'm very happy to do so, and be able to spend time with her in cool settings. 2, I believe it's the normal thing to do given that I have a more advantageous financial situation or advantageous financial situation. And 3, I subscribe to the maybe old-fashioned, he put that in parentheses, idea that it should not be too unusual for the guy to treat his girlfriend when able to. On this note, he loves food. This is a quick paragraph where he said he loves food. My birthday was a couple of days ago, and my girlfriend told me she had booked a nice restaurant and was happy about it, etc. We go there, and it's indeed nice and quite pricey. She directly orders a main, no starter, so I assume she does that because the bill will otherwise be too high. I find that really sweet and am more than happy to follow through and do the same. Fast forward, we finish the meal, waiter comes, brings the check, and I expect her to pull out her card, but nothing. So I wait for about 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds. And as the awkwardness with the waiter grows, I pick it up. I'm honestly very saddened and disappointed. It's not a question about money, but one of principle. I love that one. I love when people say it's not about the money, it's about the principle. And I don't really know how to deal with it. I'll tell her about it, how I feel, in a very gentle and attentuous fashion when I next see her, but I can't really see how this conversation can end well. As well as she apologizes. Or as well, even if she apologizes, I'm afraid she'll be humiliated that I brought it up. At the same time, it's too big for me not to raise the point. Too long didn't read. Girlfriend didn't pay for my birthday meal. The one time I expected her to. I am really disappointed and I don't know what to think. So, when you're dating somebody, you're going to have tough conversations. It's going to come up. You're going to have tough conversations. You have to be open and honest with your partner and come at them in a way of not attacking. Come at them with a way of not attacking their character. You have to be honest enough to say, hey, that action that you did made me feel some kind of way. You have to be honest with your partner. Say, hey, babe, I want to talk to you. I appreciate you. Thank you for selecting the spot for my birthday. I appreciate the fancy dinner. I just feel some kind of way about you not picking up the tab. I thought that you was going to get the tab because it was my birthday and I thought you would treat me out to my birthday. I thought it was a treat for me. I didn't know I had to pay for my own birthday dinner. You can say that. You say, I didn't feel appreciative. I kind of disappointed that you didn't even, that the attempt to try to pay wasn't there. I was under the assumption, and you can say that, I was under the assumption that you were going to pay for my birthday dinner because you picked the spot and decided to take me out for my birthday. I wasn't expecting to pay, and I just feel kind of disappointed by that. You can tell her that. You can say, I'm disappointed that I thought you were going to pay for my birthday dinner and you didn't do so. And I was under the impression that you was going to take the tab because you invited me out and picked the location and took me out for my birthday. You can say that. It's like, it's my birthday. I'm just disappointed by that. And leave it at that. You don't have to dive in deeper. You don't have to keep expressing yourself. She might get angry. She might get upset. She might get sad. Let her process that. Let her take the moment to settle in. You might not even get a response back from her within the same day. She might take a moment to sit through it and, go about it. And it's going to be awkward. You're going to have a moment where you're going to be like, is she going to be okay? Is she going to be, upset? There's going to be a moment there. You're going to have that. If she says, I'm sorry, I thought you were going to get it. I can't really pay for it, but, I thought she could explain that too. And, whatever her answer is, take it, listen to her, hear her out. And if she apologizes, it's up to you to accept her apologies and say, okay, well, I want to say okay, but just like I don't even say next time, just mention like, I'm just disappointed on my birthday you didn't, get the tab. And after she says her piece, leave it at that. Like, I hope you guys come to a better understanding of one another, and she understand that, oh, okay, if I do an invite and I want to do something for you nice for your birthday, that, she should take the tab. She invited you out for your birthday. The fact that you paid for your birthday dinner and you wasn't expecting to pay, it should be a conversation in advance too. That like, hey, are we gonna pay for, who's paying for the tab for this birthday dinner? Just have a conversation, get ahead of it. Which I understand you wasn't thinking that because like, it's my birthday. Why I have to pay for my stuff? Understand. But yeah, just have a conversation with her. No attacking. Just be open, be honest. Tell you how you feel. You was able to tell us this in your paragraph on Reddit. You can tell the same thing to her in person. I'm disappointed that you didn't get the tab. I thought you were going to get it for my birthday. I appreciate the spot. I appreciate the location. I was happy to spend time with you. I'm just sad that the tab wasn't taken. I'm disappointed. Leave it at that. Be honest with her. Accept her apology. She gives it. If she doesn't give you an apology, then right then and there, kind of person you're dealing with. Y'all have been dating for 4 months, but there's going to be a moment where either you guys going to get stronger off of this, or you guys are going to find out that like maybe y'all not as compatible as you think you were. Next question. Is this worth losing my boyfriend over? I've been with my boyfriend for more than a year now. I like him and he's a good boyfriend. He is my first serious relationship and he says he loves me. He is very loyal and generous in bed too. However, one thing that bothers me is that I don't like his face when he's not smiling. My boyfriend says he doesn't want any women but me and is not interested in anyone but me. The problem is I want to hang out with other guys. I want to get attention from other guys. I want to go clubbing and meet guys and be told I'm cute and attractive. Is having flings worth losing my relationship? If I broke up with him, I'm scared I'll regret it. Have a few flings but then not meet someone who loves me as much as he does or cares for me. Will I regret it? Does any of you have experience of giving up a good guy just to have flings with other guys? Did you regret it? And the people in the comment section about to say the same thing I'm going to say here. If you feel like, one, you say you don't like your boyfriend's face when he's not smiling. So this is something that you're not attracted to your boyfriend. Okay, you have to reevaluate yourself here and you have to go at yourself. Is your relationship worth losing to hook up with a bunch of people and have flings and experiences of that sort? You have to ask yourself that. I don't know how old you are. You didn't put your age in here, so I won't assume the age. But if you feel like you're going to be trapped in this relationship, then it's time you should let it go and do your thing and just understand that, like, this is a risk you're willing to take. You're willing to hook up and have flings and not be anything committed or serious right now. And if he comes back down the line, then that's good for you. But if he doesn't, he moves on to somebody else who wants a more serious relationship, that's great for him. But there's a few things in this thing that you mentioned that You don't like his face when he's not smiling. That shows me right there you're not really attracted to your boyfriend. If you don't like the way he looks just existing, then you probably should be dating him, because you're going to find yourself looking for somebody who's more attractive, or you find more attractive, and try to get attention for them, which you're wanting to do right now. You're saying, I want to go get attention from other guys. Then you should be single. You should be, going off doing your own thing. Here's the thing about relationships. If you're in a relationship, at one point you might get attention from other people outside the relationship, but you have to be committed to your partner and be like, I'm not gonna pursue that. I'm not gonna persuade that. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking to be in this teamwork with my partner here. I'm looking to grow something with my partner. I won't say teammates, but I guess teammates. You're looking to be a teammate with your partner and grow something more emotional, more connection, more bond, and go to the future with my current partner. But if you don't want that, you don't see that, and you don't see that, okay, your partner here in front of you has everything you want, and you guys are growing, but you're like, I don't really want that. I really want this over here. Then you should go get that over there. Let your partner who's looking to grow and be committed with somebody go on. Now, I know you say, he said he don't see himself with somebody else. That's his word. That's what he says. But you shouldn't hold yourself to that. You shouldn't keep yourself in this relationship because he says he doesn't see himself dating somebody else. Maybe you want an open relationship, but he said, I don't want to date anybody else. So he's like, I want to keep it, monogamous. Okay, cool. So therefore you took off one thing off the table. No open relationship. Now you have the opportunity to say, you know what? The urge for me to go out there and do things and see what's out there is stronger than me staying committed and staying within a relationship where, my boyfriend doesn't go clubbing. My boyfriend doesn't sit, go out and do things. He likes to sit at home and kick back and watch movies and whatnot. He's more of an introvert. If you want to go clubbing and go out and do that, then your boyfriend lifestyle doesn't match that lifestyle that you want, then it's okay to let your partner go. It's okay to say, hey, you know what? I love you, but I want to experience this, and I'm gonna go. I want to go do that. Be honest with him and let him know that. Tell him, and in the relationship, I want to say go on breaks. I wouldn't do that, because you go out, have different flings with different people. Who knows what can happen. So I would say don't go on breaks. Say break up the relationship. It's okay to be like, I want this. I'm not getting this. I'm going to go pursue that. You're a great guy, just not what I'm looking for right now. That's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. Now you're like, okay, what happens if the grass is greener? The grass isn't greener. It probably won't. You probably won't find somebody, to be honest, who can, do all the things that he's doing. You might find somebody who shows a different way of affection and a different way. But you're not. If you do find it, he's not gonna be right off the bat too. It might take time to find that person you're looking for who wants to have the same lifestyle as you and do the same things. But that person wants to have the same lifestyle as you in that moment might not be the lifestyle they want, 5 years from now. There's no guarantee on that. However, you do have to go take that chance if you can't seem to get over this urge of wanting attention from other guys and having different flings. You can't get over that. You can't put that aside to be committed to your partner. Then it's best to let your partner go and you go your separate ways and live your lives. Next question. Do I, male, 24, ask this girl, 21, female, on a date? Here's the story. Friday night, we met at a bar. She wanted some drinks. I got her a couple of drinks. We got to talking a bit about ourselves. She kissed my cheek that night and got her Snapchat. The number should have been what you should get, but the Snapchat, okay, we'll go for it. After texting her most of the day, on Saturday, she wanted to head to the bars that Saturday night. We ended up going out, and I got her more drinks, told her I didn't want to spend too much, and she respected it. Okay, cool. And then she straight up tells me she wants me to take her to lunch or dinner, which totally made me happy. Okay, good for you. Then this is where it kind of gets a little weird or downhill. She started telling people this is my best friend, my name. So I got friend zoned, or at least that is what it felt like. But she was very flirty with me both nights and still wants to get lunch or dinner once we're done with finals / over Christmas break when we're back home. What do you guys think? What should I do? take her on a date or maybe pass. I swear this stuff has never happened to me. A lot of different emotions that for sure or a lot of different emotions for sure. He does. Great way to start out a Monday. I also haven't been on a date in a long time, probably before COVID, to be honest. Any advice would help so much. You're 24, so COVID was what, 2 years? No, 3 years ago. It was a 21. Dude, go on a date. Go on a date. What are you doing? The reason why she told people or introducing people that this is my best friend, it's not because she's friends on you. It's because you guys don't have an established relationship. What is this? This is my friend. Like, who is she supposed to introduce you as when she meet her friends and be like, this is the guy. This is a friend. Like, there's no establishment. There's like, oh yeah, this is the guy I've been dancing with and kissing with. Like, there's nothing like. What do you say? Like, when you meet somebody and you introduce them to friends and they're like, yeah, this is the guy. No, she said, this is my best friend. Which right there, she's establishing that like, she's giving a title for something that she doesn't have a title on at this point in time, which makes complete sense. Y'all only went on 2 dates. The third one hasn't even happened yet. So you don't say somebody's my boyfriend. That would be weird. So one, I wouldn't look at it as a red flag at all. I would go ahead and take her out on that date. Go on a date. Go have fun. Get to know her more. This is the third time y'all be meeting up. She wants to go on a date. She's interested in you. Go on a date. Do it. Just do it. Like, what's the worst case scenario? Don't get into your head about it. Go enjoy yourself, have fun, and just see what happens. And then y'all hit it off this date. Y'all want to set up a date 4, go on date 4. Y'all set up a date 5, go on date 5. But do not get in your head about this. Don't try to like read between the leaves. Like, okay, she's doing this, so therefore she's obviously playing a game here. Obviously she's friend zoning me. No, you're about to put yourself in the friend zone because you're about to get in your head. Take a step back, have fun, go on a date, be relaxed. She's into you. Don't ruin it. Don't throw it away. Next question. This isn't so much dating advice as to it being post-dating advice. I refollowed my ex on IG and she didn't follow me back. Now I feel like a fool. What do I do? Do I now unfollow her with my tails between my legs? Do I send her a WhatsApp message saying, hey, just wanted to see if you wanted to reconnect on IG? If not, it's all good. Just let me know. Dude, I'm not sure why I did it, to be honest, but we ended on good terms. I unfollowed her originally, which I said I thought would be healthier to do momentarily just for the healing process. Okay, but our breakup/relationship wasn't horrible or toxic. Also, just a side note, I don't want to get her back. We live in different countries now, hence the breakup, but was reflecting on our relationship and feeling a wave of I don't want to die, having ghosted this person in my entire life. So was like, what the heck? Why not and follow her back? Oh, so he's like, he was saying like, oh, so like, what the heck? Why not follow her back? Okay. She's a bit of an avoidant personality type as well, very reserved. So I have no idea what she'd be thinking. She often was someone who needed time to think about everything. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Reddit? Okay, one, throw out what she's thinking. That doesn't matter. Throw that out. Back to you. So do you unfollow her with your tail between your legs? If you want to follow your ex, go follow your ex. If you're single and you're like, I just want to know what she's up to, go follow her. You felt like you took time to heal from the relationship. You took time to not, wonder what could be. Then you felt comfortable enough to follow her. But do not expect her to follow you back. Don't do that. Don't expect her to follow you back because maybe the way that the relationship ended for her wasn't the same way the relationship ended for you. And matter of fact, I can tell you right now, the way it ended for her is not the same way it ended for you. Maybe she's still coping with the relationship. Maybe she's like trying to get over it. And maybe she's also on the verge of the kind of person who like, if I date this person, I don't see a future with them. Why want to keep following? Why do I want to see what they're doing? Because it's not going to help me move on with my life. So that's why she unfollowed you, just like you unfollowed her. She probably not going to follow you back. I wouldn't look for her to follow you back. But there's no need for you to reach out to her, especially if you're not trying to even reconnect with her, as in like to date her again. I wouldn't reach out to her and be like, hey, I followed you on Instagram. How can you not follow me back? What you doing? No. No. If you want to follow your ex, follow your ex. Don't expect her to follow you back. And I wouldn't even try to say, oh, well, she's overthinking, that's why she's not following. No, she probably saw it and just like, no, I don't want to follow him back. I'm okay with living my life without seeing him. He can follow me all he wants, but I'm not going to do that. And that's her prerogative, and she can 1000% do that. But for you, follow her if you want to follow her. Don't expect her to follow you back, and don't try to reach out to her and say, oh, why you didn't follow me back? That makes it sound worse. So if you want to follow your ex, just follow your ex. Be a supportive person on the sideline. I wouldn't go liking all her pictures. I wouldn't go blowing up her inbox. If she posts, you see a pic, like it, support, good for you. Don't expect her to follow you back. Don't expect her to comment you. Just enjoy the ride. Next question. Why do girls do this? So I meet this girl at the bar. We talked all night and she seemed really into me. We talked about some life stuff and I could tell by the way she was looking at me, she was interested. Okay. Later we danced together and we were holding on to each other all night. Before we left, we made out and I got her number and she texted and she told me to text her. Okay, good job. You got a number? Cool. And she told you to text her. Good job. Cool. All right, let's keep it going. Later the next day, I texted her just saying my name. She responds after the first message, and then I said how I enjoy talking and we should get together sometime. Never heard back from her after asking that. I'm just confused as to why girls would act all interested at first and then go silent, or is my approach all wrong when it comes to contacting them the next day? It could depend on it. Well, I'll say it does depend on the girl. If you reached out and you say your name, I would probably say, hey, my name is blank. It was fun meeting you last night. I would have done that. I would say this though. My one thing is to we should hang out sometimes. May hang out sometime. Maybe instead of saying hang out sometime, how about say hey, when the next time you're free? Ask that question versus we should hang out sometime. Can we ask the thing? We tell them we should hang out sometimes. There's no definite date. There's no open-ended question. It's literally just a statement. Oh yeah, we should hang out sometime. And the person respond back yeah, we should. But then where you go from there? Versus it was fun meeting you last night. When the next time you're free? Can I take you on a date? If you want to get to know this person, you want to go get more drinks or go out again. You want to go out again? I would ask that question because then you get a yes or no answer and you can learn right then and there that maybe this person's either into you or not into you based on what they're going to give you. If they're yeah, I'm down to do that. I'm free this time. So let's do it. And they're no, I'm not free. I have stuff coming up. Hit me up next time or whatever the case may be, or I'll hit you up when I my next time. You'll find out right then and there what the girl is looking for, or she ghosts you. But another part of the coin here is up to the girl. Maybe she's just out having fun that night. She wasn't looking for anything serious. Your nice fling she had at the bar that night, or nice, person she can hook up with, not hook up, but have fun with the bar in the moment that night, and that was it. She's moving on. You can get that too, and that happens. But I would say, don't just tell a girl the next day, because you get this moment, you apparently said it happened before. If you get this moment, I wouldn't say, hey, we hang out sometime, because that's not a definite answer. There's no direction behind that. It's just what every other person, we should hang out sometime. Yeah, we should hang out sometime. Okay. With some time. Versus, hey, let's when the next time you're free? When are you open? Can I take you on a date? Be straightforward with your intentions and let her know what you want to do. If you liked her, you had a good time last night, let's go have another good time. When's the next time you're free? Can I take you on a date? That's how you want to move forward the next day. And yes, the other part of that coin is that it does depend on the girl. But for that girl to give you a shot, you also kind of give her a chance to be able to give you the yes or no. Next question. Advice on OkCupid. I've been on 5 or 6 dating apps and likes are really slow, but I joined OkCupid 2 days ago and I already have 83 likes. That I am not used to. I have not done the paid subscription, so would any of you say most, if not all of these likes are fake or just to get me to pay? Yeah, I was on OkCupid at one point, and Okay, Cupid also does a range too. Like you can try to change the range to like your certain area, but then it also kind of like opens up the range around you as well. So like you have your certain area where you'll see stuff, but then people can also like you from outside of certain areas. I think I paid for OkCupid at one point, and a lot of those likes were bots and people trying to get, like, it was bots or fake accounts who trying to get me to pay money to see I can find a potential partner or a date. I did have success at OkCupid a little bit, but then like that same person or the same person or the few people I did match with back then were also on Tinder too. So like it was just a bunch of people in the same pool trying to it's just they're in the same pool, they're like in the same big pool with the mini pools overlapping each other. So it was like, okay, we match on Tinder, we gonna match on OkCupid, let's do a date, So OkCupid, it is definitely trying to get you to pay. It's definitely trying to get you to pay with like 83 likes in 2 days. Immediately, they're going to boost your profile within the first day or two, so everybody can see your stuff. You're a new user. You probably added your picture and stuff like that. They're going to boost you. But then after that week falls off, you're going to find yourself like, why are my likes and stuff falling off? They have to. Dating apps is a game in a sense. They have to, for guys, they have to try to keep us on there and keep us not going away. So how you do that, you give the illusion that there's more people out there trying to talk to you than there is by using fake bots. That's why I pay for Tinder Premium or Tinder Platinum, because it took away the fake bots so I can see who actually was trying to talk to me. And the same thing with Hinge. I set my distance, like, I didn't think I went further than 20 miles. I think 20 miles was like my cutoff. If I have to drive 45 minutes to see somebody, after, like, let's say I got to work and I got to drive 45 minutes to see them, I wasn't about to drive 45 minutes. I'm sorry. Like, convenience for me, like 45 minutes an hour to see somebody after a long day, it's a lot. So, especially gas not cheap. So like, to me, I was like 20 miles was my cutoff point. But then like Facebook dating, for example, I would have 20 miles as my cutoff point, but yet people can 100 miles away from me will swipe on me. I'm like, this person looks cool, looks interesting to talk to, but yet you're like 2 hours away from me. If I'm not going to drive 45 minutes to see somebody, guarantee I'm not going to drive 2 hours to see somebody. It just, I don't want a long distance relationship. I don't. So yeah, the apps will try to get you to pay for it. Don't fall for it. Have fun on the apps. And then you're not having success, go to another one. Next question. Is online dating harder for black people in America? Please be brutally honest with me. Okay. So I'm not just wondering this because I don't get any matches on Tinder. Rather, I'm wondering this because of a few things I've seen over the years going on and off of dating apps, sites like Tinder, Bumble, etc. 1, I found a few accounts that openly say stuff like, if you're black, don't message me, or no black guys. Even on a date with a girl that openly says stuff like, I normally don't date black men. Seen that a lot in 2019 and 2020. Not sure if it's still a thing because I haven't messed with dating sites in a while. Also, I know it's a minority of women that does this, but it just makes me wonder, do a larger majority of women think this and the minority are just bold enough to say it? 2, I can hardly find any black women on dating sites either, as in the apps will only show me white women from majority of the time, and I have to basically dig to find any black women. I think you gotta pay to select a specific race back in the day, but I think they got rid of that feature. Yeah, it's kind of, I heard a while ago that dating sites put the people with the most clicks in front, so we about clicks at matches. People have the most matches get put in front, which I completely understand. I don't actually take that much offense to the point 1 and point 2 because of this fact. And I'm guessing that white people are a majority in the U.S. Okay, that's a statistic. That's true. If that's true, then I guess it all makes sense. In the end, I probably gotta adjust for it. Maybe find apps that works better for black people or something. But yeah, too long didn't read title. Are dating apps harder for black people in America? So there's some statistics out there that one that like you can go. I think BuzzFeed did a video years ago about like the number of race and gender that gets swiped on a lot. You can go watch that video. It's old. I'm not sure what the statistic is now. And if you look at the statistics that way, you will be depressed as a black guy dating. I'm not gonna lie, because that statistic was like black men are not as seeked as high, and then black women weren't seeked as high as well. Like it was actually like the black women was like the less swiped on gender and race for dating apps. Now, I think part of it is location. Majority, like where you live at, majority of people, depending on where you live, is the number of people you'll see. The most race or gender you'll see on a dating app is depending on where you live. So yeah, look at it that way. Like if you, but we're talking about in America, but that's something to keep in mind. Also, where you live at, the number is most likely of the race you'll get. So that's a thing to look into as well. So what your surrounding area, who's around you, where are you living? Now, I do remember myself that when I dated a few girls, like you're the first black guy I ever dated, you're the first black guy I ever been with, first black guy I want to date with. I've had gotten that before, and are you the first black guy I swiped on? I've gotten that before as well on dating apps. Yes, I've seen in dating apps that if you're black, don't swipe right, don't swipe on me. I'm not attracted to black men. I've gotten that too. I've seen that in profiles, but also I never had an issue as well matching with women on dating apps. It wasn't something the way my profile was curated and how I had it set up where it was boosted, and I had to have like my bio was in there, and also my pictures up there, so people knew what I was about, people knew what I was into. I wasn't just face pictures. I show my Ninja Warrior stuff, show me doing volleyball, show me doing hanging out with my friends, and the smile picture and whatnot. Like, and then my profile had like the fact I was into nerdy stuff. So that way, like, people would just swipe on me for my color and race. Now, were there women who swiped on me because I was black? Yeah, probably. Yeah, sure. I would say that, sure. But it's your mindset when it comes to this. If you look at dating apps and look at like the statistics and you just say it's just hard out here for a black man to date, you'll find yourself looking like you just find yourself really in a negative mind space. But you keep your head up and like, you know what? I don't care what statistics says. I'm gonna base my profile on this. I'm gonna swipe on who I want to swipe on, and if I get matches, cool. If I don't, all right, maybe I might change my profile up. Maybe I change my bio up. Maybe something on my profile doesn't seem appealing to the person I wanted to talk to. So also, who you trying to attract? That's another thing. Who you trying to attract? Who you want to speak to? And set your profile up to where, like, if you want to speak to a woman who's educated and who, went to school and who looking for, has a high paying job, you might put in your profile that, what you went to school at. You might put in your profile, what job you do. Yeah, be careful of that because you don't want a woman coming at you for your money. But they say like, hey, I got a job. I have, I have a car. You don't have to say I have a car. You get transportation. You don't have to say that. But like, you can say you have a job. You can tell like your title, what your job is, and leave it at that. Or you have to say what location. Be like, hey, I'm a executive VP. Boom. Like somebody will look at that like, oh my gosh. But if you're trying to, reach a certain type of woman, what's that woman into? What's her likes? What her things are? And like, do you match that lifestyle that she wants? If you do that, put that lifestyle in your bio, put that lifestyle there and put it on display. So that way the person you want to match with also sees that and they want to match with you too, and keep it going. But if you're just looking to swipe on, anybody and everybody, yeah, you're gonna find people who say I'll only date you because you're black. Because I had girls tell me like, I love mixed babies. How do you get mixed babies? I'm just going to tell you that right there. I've gotten that before, and sometimes you'll be like, are you with me for me or are you with me for you? Because you want a mixed baby. Because you talk about mixed babies and how cute they look. So are you dating me for me or are you dating me because you want to have a mixed baby? And once you get that mixed baby, I'm out the window. So I would say I don't think it's harder for black people to date on dating apps, but you also ask yourself what you're looking for. And what you're looking for, that can make it harder. If you're looking for a particular type of race to date, then I know Hinge, you can select, I know Hinge you can select what religion and maybe race. I just never played with that option. But if you want to be that specific, then you might have to go to the actual, legit, like, dating site like eHarmony or Match.com and burrow deep into that and burrow deep into what particular person you're looking for. But just remember, by doing that, you're going to shut yourself off to some really good people out there because you're like, they have to hit this certain type of race, religion, political party, or so forth and so on. But that's what you want and that's your standard, then by all means go for it. But you're just looking to have, it doesn't matter what the race, creed, gender, religion, political party is, then swipe away. But also make sure your bio is curated in a way where the person you're looking to meet also will be interested in talking to you. And one more thing before I move on from this topic real quick. The other thing to look at is lifestyle. Like, I think lifestyle is more important to look at when it comes to people's profile. Because, like, if you're a partier, do you want to date somebody who's a partier or somebody who likes to drink and who goes to drink? You're somebody you find yourself drinking 2 or 3 times a week, then you might want to date somebody who likes to drink 2 or 3 times a week. But you like somebody who loves to go to the gym and be in more in the fitness world and work out, 4 times a week. You might want to date somebody who like to work out 4 times a week or just as much as you. So I think the lifestyle thing is more important. I think that's something you should express on your bio because that right there gives you a better idea of what that person, I guess, give the person who's going to swipe on you a better idea of what you're into, and you can find somebody who matches that same lifestyle. So I think lifestyle is more important than really looking at race on bios, and I think that's why I personally probably got more likes for me because I actually put my lifestyle on my dating apps. I wasn't hiding about what I was doing. Versus people who just like try to look cool all the time or look like they are the party dude or the business guy. I was like, I'm not really a business dude, but you know what? I am, I work for a company and also I had my own business at one point and I do Ninja Warrior, which I guess you can look at as a business in a sense too, but I think lifestyle is more important to put on your bio and look for in a dating partner versus like the race. But that's my opinion. Do I think it's harder? I just think that's a negative way to look at it. And I wouldn't say it's harder, but statistics will try to tell you they are. If you just go loose, not keep it as like, I didn't talk about every girl. No, not every girl's gonna like on you, man. But I didn't have problems getting dates. I didn't ever say, nobody swiped on me because I'm black. I never said that. Heck, I'm almost a 5'7". I never said people swipe on me because I'm 5'7". I'm pretty sure if I swiped on somebody who, if I tell my bio is 6 foot and then people swipe on me, I'm like, do they swipe on me for me or they swipe on me because they think I'm 6 foot and then I want to date a shallow person? All right, next question. Boyfriend and I are on a break. My boyfriend and I have been together for 2.5 years. I broke up with him last Monday because the arguments and him not listening and lying to me was just too much for me to handle. We have big communication issues. I talk too much and argue about how I feel about what he's doing, and he doesn't hear me out and just shuts down. There has been cheating in the past from both parties, but we both had tried to work it out. Recently, we made a pact about taking a break from each other and just working on ourselves for a bit. We've been in contact for a week now and it's been super hard. I still have, that's a typo. She had to go down here and says, we have not been in contact for a week now. So she made a typo herself. We have not been in contact for a week now and it's been super hard. I still have a lot of hope for our relationship and the decision of us getting back together is pretty much on him at this point. I want to be with him forever, and that's what I thought we would be. There was an instant connection between us, but a lot but lots of butterflies from my end, and I was very shy in the beginning around him. I never felt like that with anyone before. We're both taking this time away from each other to figure out what we want and just take a break from all the arguing and fights. I really want to make it work with him, and I hope he does with me. Is there any advice anyone can give me on how to handle the next couple of months, or if I should just give up or hold on and see what happens? I'd like to know your guys' ages, but 2.5 years, y'all both cheated on each other, so it's cheating done on both sides, you said. Y'all say y'all working through that, but do you really get through that trust issues there without therapy? I think y'all should went to couple therapy and go and try to work it out that way. Work out why the communication issues, why you guys yelling at each other, why you guys are always arguing. Those types of communication styles which are not healthy. I will look at why we're arguing all the time. What are we arguing about? I know you said he's not listening to you, he shuts down, but are you attacking him when you're arguing? Like, this is what you always do. This is what I don't like. Like, are you yelling at him and is he yelling at you? So you guys y'all taking a break because y'all tired of the arguing, tired of fighting, but you get back together and you're still doing the same thing. A relationship can run its course. Y'all might not meant to be for each other. Y'all taking this break and you say you're taking a week away from each other and you find it super hard, but it's only been a week. You have to learn about yourself. Yeah, you might miss the person, you might miss the body that they gave you because now you're by yourself. You don't have that person to snuggle up anymore after you guys get done arguing. But I think the best thing to do in this scenario is, contact a therapist, talk to somebody, have a third party listen to you and hear you out. Somebody who doesn't have connections to both sides, not a hype person, but not a person to, constantly put the blame on you. I think what you need to do now, y'all taking this break, go enjoy doing things you missed doing, something that you didn't get to do, something that you want to do. Go do stuff like that. Go whatever it is you want to do. You want to go write, go write. You want to go draw, go draw. You want to go to museums and explore the city, go do that. Also, set up time to meet with a therapist, a couples therapist, and talk to him and have this conversation and have not a talking wall to bounce off ideas, but somebody who can give you a little more straight answer, like, hey, this is how communication style work. Here's some advice on this situation. As far as your relationship goes, you say you love him, but you wait for him to want to make the move to get back, or you're not loving him. You say you really not love. What is you say? You really care for him? Connection. Oh, there's an instant connection between us. One, that's 2 years ago. You can have an instant connection with somebody, but then lose that connection. See here. For our relationship, and the decision of us getting back together is on him at this point. I want to be with him. I want to be with him forever, and that's what I thought we would be. But a relationship goes both ways. You might thought you want to be with him forever, but he might have thought, like, I don't want to be with her forever. There's two sides to this coin when it comes to relationships. You just can't expect one person to be like, okay, this is my relationship. I have everything where I want it. It's going to go how I want it to go. There's another person, a whole nother human being in this relationship. So you can't put words in his mouth. You got to take this break. I would say right now, you focus on yourself. Yes, you might want to be with this person forever, but is that the reality? Is that possible? If the other person doesn't reciprocate that and you're always around him, you always fight. Every time y'all together, y'all fighting. Y'all got done. Y'all went on a break because you guys was fighting. Remind yourself that. Remind yourself why you went on a break. Y'all was fighting so much. Y'all had to separate. Y'all couldn't work through the communication. Communication is a big part of relationships. If you can't even get through that part, then you're not going to work. So to me, go do stuff you enjoy doing. Go figure out what it's like to be alone and be, confident in yourself. Speak with a therapist to help you go through this path. If he comes back, you guys decide to work it out one more time, go for it. But I'll say if he comes back, this will be it. They're like, I wouldn't establish it. I wouldn't have to say like, we're doing it or we're done. I'll just be like, you know what? If we don't work after this, you might have to say, it might put that in the air. But to me, I would say if we don't work after this, then it's over. We're not getting back together. And maybe that's something you could tell him. If you're that confident and talk to him about like, hey, if we don't work out, I've been working on myself. If we don't work after this, we're done officially. We're not going to move forward. And then just go have fun. So that's my advice. All right, guys, that's the last question for this episode of Nerdy Dating. If you have questions or you have answers or comments, please put it in the comment section below. What do you guys think of this episode? Other than that, thank you guys for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. I really appreciate y'all, and keep being awesome. Thank you for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. I really appreciate it. If there's another episode you want to watch, you can look at it right there. If you want to subscribe to the page and watch more content, it's down here. Also, you have a question about dating, you want to put it in the comment section, go ahead and do it. Or you can send me your dating question to my email of alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. That's alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. And I will answer your question on the next episode of Nerdy Dating. Thank you so much for watching the show. I appreciate you, and keep being awesome.